my joy.
Okay, we are going to start now. Okay, hold on a second. The YouTube is taking sometimes a little longer, sometimes. All right, we are over YouTube. Kimberly, well, yeah, I know you're going to have a great presentation. Make sure everybody's taking notes. And not only that, apply what you learned today, because if not, we forgot. And then, and we forgot what was taught. But anyway, go ahead, Kimberly.
Well, good morning. I am so excited to be here and talk about our goals. All right, I know we all love. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
now?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, okay. So, anyway, I'm so excited to be here, everybody, because we have such an incredible business right at our fingertips and right at our phones. I mean, our office is our phone and it's wherever we happen to be. So, I am just really excited to help if I can share anything. And I would love to have some feedback too from all of these millionaire superstars on this whole huddle, because George, I have to say thank you so much for doing this mastermind of millionaires. Even if we're not a millionaire quite yet, isn't that somebody's goal? That's mine. I'm to be a multi-millionaire. And I think we all have to have our goals a little bit bigger. Everybody, when I was thinking about I have to do goal training, it's just like, all right, everybody's heard about goal training. We've done it forever. Nobody's like a child here. And so the goals that we are always taught to have are SMART goals, which I think is very smart. I think we have to have the I'm not even sure what it all stands for, but strategic or something. You don't have to know all of that. But it's like specific goals. Okay, a specific goals. Um, let's see, measurable. Frida, you would be really good at this. Measurables, SMA, actionable, R, recognition. You have to give yourselves recognition for everything that you're doing, and also a time frame. And hold on, I dropped my notes. Okay, here we go. So, SMART goals. Basic, normal, everybody knows what these are. You could Google it. Just what are goals? You could just Google it and everything pops up on your phone or on your computer. So my spin on the SMART goals are to have audacious goals. That's what we need to have. Audacious. They need to be bigger than life, bigger than you think is reasonable, bigger than you think is even possible. Because if you don't have bigger goals than what you know that you can accomplish, you're going to be settling. It will settle into whatever you think is more reasonable. So I had in the very beginning of my entrepreneurial experience with my other platform, I had a goal, I signed an agreement, knew I wanted to be in this one position. I'll just say it, national sales director. But I never thought bigger than that. I never thought inner circle. I never thought multi-million dollar, like anything. I never thought that big because this one I thought was very doable. So in our business with three, we're Daniel, Kimberly, all the leaders, Christine, George, Karen, Frida, everybody on this. Caroline Small, I'm just getting to know you. You're really funny. And you have such big goals and dreams, and it's just so interesting that we cannot sell ourselves short in this one moment in time. Three is such a gift to us, and we have to give this gift to everybody else. And when you're thinking about what your personal goals are, the typical categories: spiritual, career, health and wellness, finances, relationship, personal growth, adventure, and fun. Those are the categories that everybody kind of, you need to have some sort of goals for. Okay, but let's just talk about the business goals here for today, just for a few minutes, because we have convention coming up in like 60 days. How many days till convention? It's my sister's birthday, so my sister should know. And I'm so excited my sister's on the call. And so because she always works. And so with the convention coming up and the core three wrapping up on May 4th, let's just set some shorter term goals. Have your audacious.
Oh, you got muted. Sorry. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
did you mute me? Am I not
By
saying the right
accident.
stuff?
By accident.
All right. So, um, so with all of these things coming up, and we've got like 60 days or so to before convention, let's set some really audacious goals for these next couple of months. All right. So with the Mother's Day promotion, I'd be working that like crazy because everybody either has a mother, had a mother, has people who are like mothers, and works like a mother. So we have to do this. We have to share this with everybody. Every man you know, every woman you know, who is a woman who has inspired you, and treat them. But have some of these like short term kind of powerful goals. So if you have done your three core already, great. Let's just do it a few more times. And this is something that whether this program is still in place for later or not, make it part of your business strategy. Always have your three core, help your team members build their first three people. It is such a solid strategy because it may not be the person. Oh, wait, excuse me. Hold on. Okay. I think no, that's not better. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is terrible. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about my voice, everybody. And I think I'm getting too excited about everything, and my vocal cords haven't worked out this morning yet. But anyway, so this is really important to do your three core continuously, no matter what, because I think this is one of the best strategies. I've used this in my old platform, getting your first three. Thank you, Lovey. I love you. Lovey did a great job yesterday, right? So, all right. So think about what your core business will look like and who your core people are. So for your goals, for your future, think about who you want to build a business with. We're always talking about our 10 key people, our board of directors, but it starts with your first one. And then, we're going to go up to our three. If we do our three core three times, that's 9, but it might take you a few more people to reach the core three, 2, 3 times. All right. So with all of that, think about like who the people are on this Zoom call. Think about Frida. She is like, I don't know, she has built so many other businesses, helped them rebuild their businesses. I talked to Frida a couple of times, blew me away what her success is like. Caroline Small, I've heard some great stories about you. You are amazing. Karen and Colombo, holy cow, you are like my little mega movie stars that I love, like Christine. And I'm so happy that you are here. We are all associate. And Irene, oh my gosh, I'm going through this. And Jasmine, I was talking to somebody about you. Think of all these people who are consistently on these calls. Find Pete and Craig, our man of the hour. He is always there for all of us. Find people like this, like Lynn and Dr. Green. Oh my goodness, Dr. Green is too hilarious. If you have not, I'm sorry because you're very smart, but you're really funny. If you have not been on his 10 p.m. call Central Time, you have got to attend that. You will learn more about yourself than you would care to know. And then also Shannon. Oh my gosh, Shannon. I can't wait for Shannon to do the numbers in a training because she has just blown everything out of the water within a couple of months. Unbelievable. So anyway, with all of these different types of people, and Antoinette going to yeah, 4-star soon, 3-star elite. We are all just zooming up to the top. Oh my gosh. And Elizabeth, I feel like I'm on one of those talk shows, where I'm calling out the crowd. But anyway, the thing is, these people on this call are like everyone is one in a million. They've all had great stories, great experiences, and talk to one of them, once in a while. If you have your leader, great, get other thoughts from people, how are they doing this? Be on these calls constantly, because for us to reach our goals, we constantly have to feed ourselves our dream again. You have to have your big, audacious dream and then have smaller goals to reach that. And you break it down into monthly, weekly. I really love the way we are here at 3, where we get paid every week. You redo your goals every single week. And then also every single day. If you're not talking to somebody about your future, about your goals, about your dream, about your huge vision, they won't see it. They forget their visions most of the time if they have a regular corporate job or they're not 100% happy. And, a lot of people lose their dreams because they're just doing the job. So you have to have something big for people to believe in. And then maybe they won't have a huge dream immediately, but they will start dreaming again. And it grows. It truly grows. Something that you think is so huge. And then when you accomplish it, you're like, oh my gosh, I already did that. What's next? So really give yourself more credit than you do sometimes, because you are a miracle in the making. Every single human being on here has something to share with other people. You have something to learn from all of us, every single one. What to do and maybe not what to do. Like drink a lot of water in the morning. Add some lemon and honey. Like do that. But whatever your goals are, just have big ones. And this is the thing too. Everybody is always like, some of the information I've been hearing and talking to people, I'm always talking to somebody. And so anyway, I always want to learn. What do you know that I don't know? What can we share? I hope there's something I can share that helps other people too. So everybody is on these calls for wellness, right? Wellness Wednesdays, huge. Dr. Dan, huge crowds. I'm on these calls on Saturday mornings on how to become a multi-millionaire with George and like 10, 15 others. Where are you guys? I mean, if you're not a multi-gazillionaire yet, and even George is a multi-millionaire, and he does this with such enthusiasm and such love and such joy. You get off that phone call and you're like, oh my gosh, where's my phone? Who can I call next? And it's just unbelievable. And we need to have these injections of energy. And then when we have our audacious goals, raise your energy bar. Like whatever you need to do. If you have to pretend that you had 3 shots of tequila in the morning to make your first call, pretend. Don't do it, but pretend. And then you're like, hey, woman, what's happening? I have the greatest thing on earth. I cannot wait to share it. But before I do, what's happening? What's new in your life? So after these calls, part of your goals should be block off an hour. Immediately after an hour. Don't book the hair appointment, the nail appointment, the walk the dog appointment, or whatever else it is. Just block off another hour for your dreams, for your goals, because if you don't have those dreams and goals, no one else on your team will sometimes. Maybe you're going to have somebody who is going to inspire your team. That'll be great. But how are you going to find that person if you don't reach out to them? So it all starts with you. And so I just really hope that we take this 3 experience that we have, that we are living every single minute, and share it with other people, because it's such a gift for us. Everybody, it has changed all of our lives, like physically, right? Everybody feels better. Even if you I didn't have any huge major problems that I could think of. I don't think I've ever rarely have been asked to give a testimonial because I haven't had anything drastic, but you still think you're okay. But then once you start taking these products, you didn't realize that you were just running on kind of like low. And so once you start putting these products in your body, and then you realize the energy that you really were missing out on that you didn't even know. So anyhow, I just think that once you have your audacious goals and break it down, I always re-engineer everything. It's like, all right, here's my top position, and then I just break it down to little parts. And so that's all I really needed to share is just focus on your dream first so you can share that to the world. All the other things can fill into place. But if you're not leading your pack, setting the pace, being the leader that your team members look to you to be, and sometimes I think sometimes people, I don't know, think of them, maybe that's just me. Sometimes I think I'm smaller, like too small or something like that. Like, why would they want to listen to me? What have I done? But, I've still done more than others. And it doesn't even matter what you've accomplished in the past because this is a whole new animal. It's a whole new ball game. And even if like I learned something from every single person I meet, so just give yourself more credit, tell others about this, and let's just go to seminar. I mean, let's go to convention. Convention. We have this energy lady who is going to be the guest speaker. She's great. I took her a little energy test. You can do that. Check it out on your Facebook wall. She's going to be amazing. And so the ones with the most energy, enthusiasm, big dreams, kind of a big mouth, you got to keep talking a little bit, but listen, you have to listen for what you need to talk about because it's more about, even though, all right, I should retract all of that because I don't really say anything about three first to people. I listen to them always first. I ask them a million questions without sounding like the Gestapo or, interrogating them. But I kind of find what their dreams are in a subtle way, what their pain points are. And then we are the solution. So, my goal every day isn't really to like rank up, make more money, although it is, but that's not my key goal. My key goal is making a difference with somebody's life, helping them see that the possibilities are still here for them. You're never too old. I mean, Christine just turned 82 and she's so excited about all of this. I mean, I'm on my third round too. I think I don't want to say the later 60s. But, it's just, you are as old as you think. I know some 30-year-olds who would bore me to death. But then I know these 80-year-olds who are like, yeah, let's go. Let's rule the world. And so listen to your people more, then share. I have the solution. It's really great for me, but I don't know. It might not be for you. A lot of people make a lot of money, like millions, but not it might not be for you. You just get them excited and take them back and then have fun. And if people don't think you're having fun in whatever it is that you're doing, they are not going to do it. Let's just be clear. They already have a job. Okay. They don't want to think like, oh, how much work do I have to do? And it's just like, I read this thing last night where it's just like, all right, there's a man on a beach with a bunch of plywood and men there, and they're trying to get off this island, and there's a bunch of stuff here. So there's one man who's like, all right, let's get the teams together, let's build this boat, you do the nails, you do the lumber, blah blah blah, and they're all figuring it out step by step by step. But that's not the way to get the boat made. To get the boat made is to show them what's on the other side of the ocean. Tell them what's there for them. See the lights, see the people, see everything else. We're not going to be stranded here forever, but we just have to get across there and let people kind of figure it out themselves. You don't have to be a manager, you're being a vision caster. A lot of people lose their vision. It is up to you to start seeding more things to give them their vision, help them figure out what it is. If they're like one of my team members is an Olympic type of swimmer, or maybe not Olympic, but she won scholarships and she was just like a really, really professional swimmer. So her dream is health and fitness and helping everybody be able to move and all of those things. And then she's going to have a studio. And she recruited herself with me. And my sister, we were shopping and you just have a running buddy with you sometimes too, and just talk about your dreams to each other. Other people listen. I think we heard that on another Zoom call lately. People overhear you. And when you're excited and happy, and I swear this always happens, when you are happy, people ask you why. They're like, what are you so happy about? We're living in Chicago. Sometimes it's crazy out here. It's like, are you kidding? I love Chicago. There's everything you could have. And then there's the airport right there. And then there's a lake right there. And there's food and shopping and just like everything I love. It's not for everybody. But when you are happy about your surroundings, people want a piece of that. And so with your goal setting, um, just think about how many other people you're going to be able to impact with being consistent. And that is the biggest thing. Consistent daily little process will take you to big, big dreams and let you live all of that. But it's the on and off sporadic stuff that is, I don't know, kind of a buzzkill, because then you're reigniting the engine every couple of days, every week, once a month. It's just too hard. So once you just kind of like do that sprint, and that's what I think we could all do for this is like almost May 1st. And so we've got like a good 30 days. Think about whatever the contest ends, who cares? It doesn't matter, because the contest is within yourself. And your goal truly is, if you want to, since you're on the call, you want more out of this business. We're not talking to the wrong people here. Just make a difference with 3 people a week. Could you imagine just doing even if it's not all 3 core volume, that would be nice, but at least add 3 new people a week. And you've got 3 more possibilities. And then they've got 3 possibilities. And it just grows and it expands so quickly. When you put the fire under yourself a little bit and it gets a little hot, that's when you're starting to move. And it's either for us too, it's either out of pain or gain, but mostly I think it's like pain when we're in such a spot where like, oh my gosh, I can't live like this anymore. You get going. And or maybe that's just me. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I spoke way too long. And anybody else, please share what your top tips are for goal setting or anything else.
Thank you very much, and I love your excitement. By the way, when little glitches happen, like dropping the paper, etc., we know that you are not an AI. You are for real.
Yeah, and when I can't speak and I need coffee, oh yeah,
That's
totally authentic.
it's why AI never is going to replace humans. Now, humans that use
Oh, good,
AI may
good.
replace other humans in other careers, as we know, because 300 million jobs are going to be changed. They're changing already. But besides that, I love the first of all the excitement, the enthusiasm, to be happy. People don't want to follow a person that has a long face or something like that. If people are radiating some kinds of energy, because we're made of energy. And that energy is contagious. Something I love what you said, we are not telling people to build the boat. It's just to go into that boat and find out what is in the other side of the ocean, on the shore. That's true. That's totally true. That's why people and in history, those big boats were creating, because explorers want to know more. What is in the other side? The same what happened with airplanes and then rockets, etc. We want to know. And because if we don't, and then just to help people to find their vision. It's interesting because most of us had a vision at one point. It's just that we shrink our vision to the side of our pocket. well, let's expand our pocketbook to the size of a vision. That vision is there. I know it's there because all of us were born with that. This is not something that happened to some people or just some specific chosen people. No, the vision, everybody has a vision. It's why it's so important. And I love, again, the have fun part is so important. Anybody wants to, because this is important. Oh, by the way, one thing that I want to say, Kimberly, she was a national sales director in a company that's so tough to get to their rank. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, and the fact that she was there, yes, and that now she is a 3-star pro on her way to on her way to 5-star. Forget it. That's part
Yes.
of it. That's just a stop.
Six.
It's a stop that you stop or beyond. But the thing is that it's so important that we see the vision, help people to see the vision and just go for it. And be ourselves, by the way, not to be fake, not to be an AI created by ourselves or ourselves. No, because you see, one of the reasons she has been successful is because she's herself. That's it. And that's what you see with many of our leaders that have been in the calls. They have been there, they are themselves. They are not trying to fake somebody else. Anybody wants to comment?
Yeah, actually, can I comment?
Yes,
Yeah,
Caroline. Come
Kimberly,
on.
your energy is contagious. And your voice was fine. And I just want to share with you guys, because I'm here in Maui. My vision is I always buy these little home magazines, pick these up, these magazines, and I am gonna get one of these big homes on the ocean. Oops, somebody's calling me.
Cool.
Sorry. Ah, maybe somebody else go because I don't know how to stop this. Anyway, all right. Anyway, you dream big and look forward, and so every time I go to Safeway here in Maui, I'm picking up these brochures and going, "This is my dream right here," and I will get it. I manifest positivity, but Kimberly, your energy is like amazing.
Yes.
I want your energy. I have energy, but you. So,
Right.
anyway.
And by the way, magazine, look, talking
Yeah.
about magazine.
Oh, I have that one too.
George,
Yes,
George,
Dr. Green, how are you?
I'm good. Let me make a couple of comments. It's so important for newbies to basically get on these calls and stay connected. Those of us who have been in this before, we have the dream. We understand the potential. We're here for life. As I love to say, Kim Wee gets up on the stage and says, some of you will take 1 year to do it. Some of you will take 5 years to do it. What's the difference? It depends on how hungry you are. Well, I'm very hungry, but I'm also realistic, and I'm going to be here for the 5-year plan. But I have a lot of young people, new people in the business, and the rejection that people get is one of the things that turn off so many people, especially the newbies. So it's so important for everyone who's new to basically continue to be plugged in to these calls, to basically get your mojo back, to hear from successful people like you, George, and Christine and others, and Kim, who are multimillionaires. And you don't need to do this, but you want to do this. And when new people hear that and they get that enthusiasm, it really makes a difference. The other thing I want to stress to everybody is, you hear these stories from Tracy, how they were broke. You hear from Kim, how she was broke at one point. You hear from Samson and his furniture business and how he was broke. Well, let me tell you, I'm not broke. I'm making a lot of money. I'm a physician that's killing myself. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a different lifestyle. And that's what 3 represents to me. It's the leverage passive income that's so exciting. So when you talk to people out there, business people who are very successful, it's just a question of having them see that this is a different way to basically replace your income and have peace of mind and have more free time and have all the positive things in life that we love. But so many of us have to give up because we're working too many hours, too much stress, things like that. So it's important to keep that in mind too, that this is not just a platform for people who are broke and are looking to make some money. I think that's real key. And thank you very much for that plug about my call on Monday. I love sharing everything about the products because, folks, basically the reason why this company has gotten to 150 million in sales is in just 22 months is because of the products. It's the products, the products, the products.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Green. And I'm glad you brought this. We were in a call a few days ago. Caroline was there and the Timmons were there. They've been very successful in their own businesses, and but they're creating peace of mind with this, like you are saying. And because some people choose that. I have a friend, he's part of our business too, and he was the architect in some of the tallest buildings in Dubai and Hong Kong with the biggest architecture company in the world. Why is he here? Peace of mind. And I'm so glad that you brought that up because it's not only for people that are broke, but it's also for people that are successful that are looking or to diversify or create another income or just peace of mind. That's simple. That's simple. Thank you very much. That's a great thing that you just said. I love it. Anybody else wants to bring something or say something or about the call? Because the call to us today, as you see, one of the reasons we sound so excited, Dr. Green excited, Caroline excited, is because Kimberly did an amazing job. We are super excited too.
I just want to say, Kimberly, what an amazing job. But for me, I've known Kimberly for a while. And I remember sitting in the audience and thinking, oh my gosh, because she's always the way she is, guys, always gorgeous, always smiling. But I never got to really be next to her. And so, Kimberly, it's an honor. And you have been training me for 20 something years also. And so some of you may not understand that, but a lot of us are who we are because of someone like Kimberly, who has just been pouring out to all of us for many years. And so Kimberly's smart and beautiful. And if you only knew what she does behind the scenes, you would know why she's so successful. So thank you, Kimberly, for being just such an inspiration for me.
Thank
Oh
you
my
very much.
God. And I want to say, thank you, George. I want to jump on that too,
Hi, Maria.
about Kimberly. I'm Christine's L1. I used to be her personal trainer. I've not done Mary Kay, but I know everything about Mary Kay and how just this business works and a lot of it through Kimberly, because Kimberly was like, Christine was like my mother, is like my mother, and Kimberly's like my big sister. Kimberly helped me so much. Kimberly, thank you so much. My hair is a mess. That's why I'm not showing myself. I have to go fix my hair. But I mean, like, whenever I hear it's you talking and you're going to present, you're going to teach, I'm like, I'm there, I'm there. That's like my sister. I always tell my husband, she's like my sister. She taught me so much and
Oh.
and really taught me how to be gracious and respectful when I'm talking with people. And thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of you. Just like what Antoinette said.
Thank
Oh,
you,
it's so nice.
Maria.
Thank you. But it goes both ways, right? It
Yes.
does.
Oh.
Thank you
It
very
really
much.
does.
Anybody wants to say something before we go?